In the meantime, any doubts in the previous class, whatever we discussed? Any questions? Okay, I will start, students, because others might take time to join. Okay, in the previous class we discussed about motivation, then needs. Okay, everything we discussed, the basic parts. So, yeah, basis for motivation we covered the needs, goals, then positive and negative motivation, then rational versus emotional motives. Today we'll be starting with motivational process. Okay, let's start this motivational process. Model of motivational process. Is it audible, students? Clear? Hello? Yeah.
Hello.
Javed, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Javed, you can mute it. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's start this model for motivation process. The motivation process is the step that you take to get motivated. It is a process that, when followed, produces incredible results. It is amazing that you can do if you are properly motivated, and getting properly motivated is a matter of following the motivation process. Like any other process, it takes a little work and foresight and planning on your part. However, the return in your investment on the time of is significant, and it is important when needing extra motivation that you apply for the motivation process. Okay. So whatever it is, students, just maybe a minute or so, just have a glance at this model what is given. Okay, later I'll be explaining. Just have a glance at it for a minute or so. Okay, then we'll start this. Yeah. If you understand something from this model, please let me know. Else I'll explain it. Don't know what is. Voice is low. Okay. Now is it fine? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Now can you hear me? Someone message.
Yes, sir.
Voice is low. Mega they say.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Do you understand something from this model? Any idea what is happening in this model? Can anyone say something about this model? As an MBAs, what do you understand by this model? Any idea?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Solomon.
Yes, sir. So, it shows the motivation process of a human being. Like he has unfulfilled wants and desires in his life, which creates tension in his mind, which creates a drive in him. So he wants to achieve it. So
Yes.
that creates a separate behavioral change, which makes him set some goals and targets, which
Okay.
he tries to achieve over time.
Okay, great. Good. Solomon, the same concept. Can you put one example and explain? That would be really nice. Can you plug in some example? Any one example? Concept is right. You're right. Take any example. Doesn't
Uh,
matter.
the
Try.
purchase of a bike for transportation.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
So a person he uh, goes like he needs a bike for going for work or doing his daily chores. So since he doesn't have one, this creates a tension in his mind. Like how do I go about with my work daily? Like he gets late for work. So
Okay.
this creates a drive in him for which he starts saving money to purchase the bike.
Okay.
So Uh, so he sets some goals and targets like deadlines from like when he is going to purchase it, how much he is going to save for it, and then he goes for the purchase. And
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good attempt, Solomon. Yeah. Good. That's a nice try. Others? Anyone wants to explain this? Very well explained by Solomon. Okay. Anyone just you can you try? Just give a try for this. Anyone before I start? Okay. Yeah, Srinidhi.
So,
Yeah, try.
um, uh, so I'll give example only, no?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Unfulfilled need is that my I don't have a washing machine, and I want a washing machine. Tension is that like there are a lot of pressure and people are asking me to wash the clothes and all the things, and then that made me something like that drives me to buy a new one, to buy a new washing machine.
Okay.
And then I search for all the things like which washing machine to buy. um, and then I finally, after searching a lot of things, front load or top load, then I think of buying front load. And then I go in search of companies, which front load is good, which company's front load is good. And then I finally buy a Bosch washing machine.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Good
Yes.
attempt.
Then my tension is reduced. Done.
Okay. Great. Perfect. Solomon and Srinidhi, those four intersection is happening. The two intersection is happening. Any idea on that? Can you add some points on that? Previous learning and
Previous learning in the sense, like we hear people saying this washing machine is good, bad, and all the things.
okay. Great. Solomon, you want to add something on that? Others want to add something on that point? Okay, yeah, good attempt, students. Really quite impressive. Okay, yeah, let's start this now. Okay, what is happening in this model? So here, unfulfilled needs and wants and desires. Okay, from there, if you see a tension box is given, then it's drive, and you see the intersection happening over here: previous learning and cognitive process. Then from the drive, a straight line goes to behavior, goal and need fulfillment. Okay, now let's take an example of what Solomon said and what Srinidhi said. Okay, Solomon spoke about bike, then Srinidhi spoke about front load or top load washing machine. Okay, Now let's take a few more example and let's understand this how it works. Okay. Now imagine that I am planning to travel in a flight. That would be my first flight. Okay, in my entire life, my first flight. I want to travel. Now the unfulfilled need, want, and desire is Varun want to experience sitting in a flight. Okay, I want to experience how this flight actually moves. Okay, the aeroplane, how it goes. Okay, that is my unfulfilled need. The need is not fulfilled. Okay, now the tension is that I should get this tickets, I should get everything, my processing work to be done, everything. So there is a tension for this human being by name Varun. He is really tensed how to get this work done. Okay, so he works towards this. Okay, that is what drives him is something motivates him is he wants to sit in a flight. So whatever is required for that, I put my all my efforts to get that particular flight or as to get that particular product what I'm looking for. So that is what we call it as drive. Now previous learning, those who have already experienced it, okay, or if I have experienced it, okay, now say for example, previous learning for Varun, there is no previous learning. Just an example, students, for me, imagine that I have never traveled in a flight. So there is previous learning is zero. I don't have any knowledge about this flight, how to take a seat, when to board the flight, how many hours before I should go and reach the airport. Okay, I have no idea about it. So I asked the experts about this. Okay, so the previous learning. Okay, then cognitive processes. Cognitive process is an imagination. I might be assuming that I can take a window seat, I can take a non-window seat. I don't know about it. So that is cognitive. I'm thinking, I'm assuming things. That's what we call it as cognitive processes. Okay. Then comes behavior. Behavior is I have taken this flight now. My behavior changes over here. Please understand. Now my behavior starts changing over here because I have taken the flight. Okay, I've just sat over there, or else I've just reached the airport, the behavior of the customer start changing. Now I start experiencing that it's a minute or so, or else an hour or so that I'll be getting into the flight or what it is. So the behavior of this particular person by name Varun, it starts changing. Now, as soon as my flight takes off, okay, so my goal or the need is fulfilled. Now the goal or need is fulfilled. Varun wanted to experience to sit in the flight. Now his goal is fulfilled. My need is fulfilled. Now, if you see this arrow mark, students, it's coming downwards. It's saying that tension reduction. Now, whatever tension I had in the beginning, okay, so the tension has reduced now because I've experienced the flight. I went and I boarded the flight. The flight took off and even landed and I reached Belgavi, okay, from Bangalore. Now the tension reduced. Every individual will go through this process which we call it as motivation process. Okay, if Varun as an individual wants to experience of sitting in a flight, then what motivates me is I should work hard to get that seat in a flight or whatever it is, okay, because that has motivated me. For you, now if you take you as an example, when you're doing MBA, what is the motivation behind you doing an MBA? You want to get an excellent or a good job, okay, in an MNC or something, or else you want to start your own business. Okay, so that is a drive, is something which is pushing you to do this course. Okay, the same way, if Varun wants to sit in a flight, there is a drive behind it. If something is pushing me to do that, only then I am doing it. Else you won't do it. Okay, so that's what we call it as motivational model of motivational process. Is there anyone who wants to plug in some example? Okay, before plugging the example, is the concept clear, students? Any ambiguity, any confusion in understand the concept with the help of example? Please let me know. Okay, whatever Solomon and Shrindi explained was excellent, good. Only thing was the intersection point over here. Okay, that was the key point what I was looking for. Okay, so if you check this, previous learning means the person, the consumer who has no not an experience about the product the previously. That's what we call it as previous. And sometimes please understand, some people have an experience of previous learning. When I say experience of previous learning, imagine that Varun is traveling in a flight. If I am supposed to travel outside India, so the previous learning again is a new learning, because if I'm traveling for the first time, then I don't have an experience about that. But if I already traveled, then my previous learning in a particular, say for example, Indigo Airlines was excellent when compared to other airlines. So I would be into previous learning, which is good and which is bad. It tells in the previous learning. Whereas cognitive, I have no idea about it. I'm just assuming things. So the previous learning, the person who already has an idea about it we call it as previous learning. He is the right person to give the feedback. Cognitive process is something wherein he's assuming things. He is assuming things. A chai will be given free, a coffee will be given free in an airlines. But actually, if he is traveling for the first time, he is into cognitive process. But if the person has already traveled in the airlines, okay, for him it's a previous learning. He knows that I'm supposed to pay for it before booking the tickets. Only then a coffee is given to my seat. Okay, so that is what we call it as previous learning and cognitive process. Clear, students? Any ambiguity, any questions? Please let me know before we move to the next point. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes, please.
so now if there is no like the person doesn't have any idea about the thing, then
Then he goes into cognitive.
okay.
He'll assume
No,
things.
either of the two happens,
Sorry,
or
can you?
both the things happen. The learning, previous learning and cognitive way. Like I gave an example. No, I didn't have any washing machine before,
Then you are into cognitive, Srinidhi.
so the previous learning is not there.
No, no,
Yes.
previous learning
Okay.
will be blank. Yeah, because you don't have an experience about it. So you're assuming things and buying it. So it is cognitive.
Yeah.
Got it, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So both the things happen when both the things happen together
Now,
or one at a
I'll
time.
explain this again. Let's continue the flight as an example so that it'll be easy. Okay. Now, say for example,
Yes.
I've
Yes.
traveled in Indigo Airlines. I've traveled in SpiceJet. Okay. Now let's assume that I have not traveled in Kingfisher Airlines. Okay. But my previous learning is about Spice and Indigo. But I'm trying to travel in Kingfisher. Okay. So again, I'll be into
Yes,
cognitive.
sir.
Now you might
Yes.
assume this. Imagine, Srinidhi, you have traveled in all the flights. Okay. But to the same particular destination, you might have traveled in the different timing. Again, that's a cognitive over there, not a previous learning. But there are chances that there will be previous learning. If it's a previous learning, then you come into cognitive. Okay. But always remember, cognitive always happens because you are assuming things and doing it. That's what we call it as cognitive. Did
Yes,
that
sir.
help? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Others, please ask
Like
questions.
previous learning need not happen.
Previous learning may not
Yeah.
happen. Previous learning, you have an experience towards it. Okay. But if he's a fresh
Yes,
guy,
sir.
say for example, now in your class, maybe 4 or 5 have got work experience. Okay. Now, say for example, if someone is going and joining a MNC after 6 months or so, okay, they don't know the corporate culture. To be very honest with you, they don't know the corporate culture, how to reply to a manager, how to be in a team or whatever it is, how to go for a party or how to take leaves or vacations. Okay, so that's previous learning is not there with them. So they are into
Yes.
cognitive process again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, taking you as an example, Srinidhi. Now you know the table etiquettes, the dining etiquettes, whereas we don't
Yes,
know the
sir.
dining etiquettes. So we are into cognitive. How to hold a fork, we have no idea. To be very honest with you, I have no idea. I'll be very honest with you. But being from a hotel management, for you it's a previous learning, right?
Yes, sir.
For us it's in cognitive.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it?
Understood.
Yeah, yeah, great. Okay, others, any questions? Please ask questions, students. You learn more and more by asking questions. Any ambiguity, please let me know. Is that clear, everyone? Hello? So other example, please. Yeah. Vineet, what example you're looking for? Can you please tell me? Or Vineet, can you plug some example? Any one example, Vineet? Let's work together. I can come up with many examples for this. Vineet, what example you're looking for? Please let me know so that we can discuss. We all can discuss the same. Can type. Vineet, is it audible? Hello? Okay. Hello, Vineet? Others, is it audible? Hello?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
it's
sir.
audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Vineet, oh my God. Okay. There's some network issue, I suppose. Okay, we'll check. Others, any specific example you're looking for? Please let me know so that we can start on that.
So mobile networks.
Mobile network. Okay, yeah, fine. We'll do that. Mobile network. Okay. Now let's start this again. Okay. Uh, when we are talking about mobile network, let's speak something which is really new, which is going to come in the market. Okay. 5G. Let's speak more about 5G. That will be really nice. Okay. Unfulfilled needs, wants, and desire. Say, for example, I'm using 4G connection. Okay. And I'm using 2G, 3G, and let's continue the same 4G connection. We all are using 4G connection. Okay. Now Reliance is going to launch 5G connection in Indian market. Okay, but I have already got a Oppo cell phone, invested 18,000 on this cell phone. Okay, now there is a tension for me how this 5G connection works. I actually want to buy this 5G connection. Okay, now that drives me. I asked the prices in the market. They told me the cell phone would cost you somewhere around 20,000, which is 5G compatible, and you can use this SIM card, 5G SIM card in your mobile. Okay, in my cell phone. Okay, that drives me that I want to buy this because I want to experience 5G connection. Now, the previous experience, previous learning for me in the 5G connection is totally nil. Please understand, again, I repeat, previous learning for me in 5G connection is totally nil. Okay, I asked the salesperson how it works, everything. I asked the experts, okay, now because they might be experts in this and they're telling. But for me, I'm into cognitive process. I'm imagining things that it might work 2 times faster than what we are already using a 4G connection. Just an assumption we are doing over here. Okay, so that's what we call it as cognitive. Okay, so please understand. Here we are into cognitive process. Varun as an individual is into cognitive process because there is no previous learning for me with regard to 5G connection. Okay, now once I buy this cell phone, now I have not bought the SIM card, I have just bought the cell phone of 5G connection. My behavior of an individual, of a customer changes. My behavior changes. Now I'm getting an feeling that within a minute or within a day or so, I'm going to experience 5G connection. So the behavior of an individual starts changing. Now I start using this SIM card 5G connection. My goal is reached. I got this 5G connection. I got to know that it is 2 times or 3 times faster than the 4G connection. Okay, my need was, which was not fulfilled in the beginning, now it is fulfilled. The goal or need is fulfilled. So the tension will automatically reduce. So if I see as soon as I get a 5G connection, my tension is coming down. So the tension reduction is happening. Okay, and it's going to the tension point over there. Okay, is that clear, Vinith? Vinith, hello. Is that fine with regard to 5G connection?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vishal. Okay, yeah, Vishal was the one who gave an option of 5G SIM card. Okay, Vinith, can you hear us? Hello. Okay, fine. Okay, others, is that fine? Is there anyone who wants to plug some examples and speak? Can you repeat? I lost network connection. Okay, okay, fine, fine. Yeah, we'll do that. Not an issue. Now, I as an individual, Vinith, can you hear me now? Hello? Just type yes or no. Hello? Yeah, okay, great. Now, I as an individual, I'm looking for a 5G connection. My need is, okay, unfulfilled need is, I'm using 4G connection. I'm tired with this, okay. Someone told in the market that 5G connection is going to hit Indian market in the month of November. Just let's speak about this. It's going to hit in the month of November. Now, I'm really worried how this 5G connection actually works. Okay, there is a tension in my mind. I've already invested on this cell phone, but I go and inquire the people. They say that you got to buy this new cell phone or a mobile which is 5G compatible. Okay, so the tension starts. Now I start. There is something drives me. I want to experience this 5G connection, so I start working on this. Means I want to check which cell phone would be good. Everything I start that drives my attention. Okay, now there is no previous learning for Varun. Okay, because I have not experienced this product till date. Okay, how it actually works I have no idea. Is it works 2 times faster than the 4G connection or what is it? I don't know. I go and meet some experts, the sales people, and I ask them how this actually works. Okay, and they give me all the explanation whatever is required. But here in this process, please understand, I am into cognitive process. I am assuming things. Whatever the salesperson is saying, I'm believing him because he is the right person I felt, and I'm assuming things. That's what we call it as cognitive process. I don't know about the 5G connection. Then, as soon as I buy a cell phone which is 5G compatible, my behavior changes. The customer behavior starts changing because the customer assumes that within certain days or months I am going to experience this 5G connection. Okay. And actually, the Reliance Jio launches this 5G connection in the market. I go for buying one SIM card. Now my need is fulfilled. In the last stage, my need is fulfilled, so my tension is reduced. If you see, my tension is reduced. So that's what we call it as motivational process, the model of motivational process. Okay. Now, Vinith, is that clear? Any questions for me? Please let me know. Hello. Yes, sir, clear. Okay, others, please let me know. If that example is not fine, please let me know. We'll discuss more and more examples. But I want you to be very clear with the concept. In the exam, when you sit, you need not think about any. Just take the example, start explaining this concept. Others, any questions, any ambiguity, please let me know so that we'll work on this.
Done, sir.
Okay, okay. Others, can you plug in some examples? Anyone? Any one person? Can you do that? Then we'll wind up this model and we'll go to the next point. If not, then straight away we'll go to the next point. Okay.
So shall I plug in the example?
Yes, please go ahead, Mira. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Uh, so my need is I want to buy a new dresses.
Okay.
So I'm going with Flipkart and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so now my tension is from where to buy. I mean, I have decided that I need to buy from Amazon.
Amazon.
Then okay, then that is my tension, and then I'll go through the cost, how much it cost, and
Okay.
at what rate it is reasonable or it is not reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Then later, my previous learning, it will be I had previous learning I had purchased from Flipkart. It will be my previous learning, but I don't have experience of Amazon, so
Okay.
it will be my previous learning.
Okay. Great. Okay.
So my cognitive process will be that I am assuming Amazon it will be a good quality of product which I can get. So
Mm-hmm.
I will be assuming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And later when I get the product, I mean dress. So
Yes.
my behavior will be depending upon the product whether it is good or bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then later, yeah, I got the product. Then I will be satisfied. Then my tension will be reduced.
Okay. 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 Great. Good. Very good.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Just I want to ask you everyone. If you see this tension reduction is happening over here, then the line is again moving to tension. What is the reason? Any idea, students? What is the reason?
So some for some other thing.
Like I didn't get you.
Like now I for like she said no, she bought that dress
Yeah.
and she got fulfilled. Now again, next process.
Okay.
Again there will be some tension. Then again,
Okay. Okay.
Hello, sir.
So if I am not, sir,
So, so it could be because the tension line leads, reduction line leads back to tension is because like if the need is not fulfilled, sir.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Coming to the word point. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, Mega, you want to add something? Yeah.
If that quality, if so, as I said my example, as I told my example, if the quality of product, if it is not good, then again I'll be in some kind of tensions which I feel.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Solomon, then Mega, Srinidhi, perfect. Okay. See, now very nicely explained by you people. Okay. If I buy this product, the tension is reduced when I buy this product. But after certain days, if the product is not reaching my expectation, then that's a new tension starts for the customer. Making sense, students? If I bought a 5G connection, I assume that it is 2 times faster than 4G connection, maybe for a week or so. After certain days, then if it's working less than a 4G connection, less faster than a 4G connection, then again my attention starts. Okay, making sense? So usually this doesn't happen, but if the product is not reaching the expectation of what customer is looking for, then the tension starts. Okay, so that line is again going and hitting the tension part over there. Is that clear, students? Perfect. You guys are very active. That's really nice. Okay, good. Anyone else? As shall we move to the next part? Yes, no, you can just comment so that we can start this. Okay, hello. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. The next part is arousals of motives. Okay. The arousal of any particular set of needs and specific moment. Okay, students, before I move to the next point, motivational process, 7 marks question in your paper, every year asked in the paper. A 7 marks question, what is motivation? Explain the model of motivational process. Straightforward question will be asked in the paper. Okay. Explain the model of motivational process. Okay. Then arousals of motives. The arousal of any particular set of need to a specific moment in time may be caused by internal stimuli found in an individual's psychological condition, by emotion or cognitive process, or stimuli in the outside environment. Okay, so now when we say this arousals in arousal, okay, the meaning would be psychological state of being awoken or sense of organ stimulated. Okay, so let's understand this how it works. Okay. Now, there are 4 types of arousals. One is psychological arousal, then emotional, then cognitive, and environmental. So let's go one by one. What are these arousals? How it works with the help of motives, everything. Okay. Psychological arousal. Bodily needs at present. Bodily needs at present at Bodily needs at any one specific moment in time are based on individual psychological conditions at the moment. Okay, a drop in the blood sugar level or the stomach contraction will trigger awareness of the hunger need. Okay, psychological. Now this happens with you, I suppose. Many times this might happen with you. Okay, sharp at 11. Now we are not used to this. Okay, maybe due to this lockdown. Okay, the arousal has changed now. But to be very frank with you, as soon as say for example, if your faculty is engaging class between 10 to 11, okay, and sharp at 11, your psychological arousal starts. Means you start feeling hungry sharp at 11. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, sharp at 1:30 you start feeling hungry. Yeah, during the college days. Okay, it happens. Maybe in the evening sharp at 8:30 you start feeling hungry. Okay, so that's what we called as psychological arousals. Students, it happens with you? Correct me. Yes or no? Either comment or speak, whatever it is.
Yes, sir, it happens, sir.
Maybe this happens with me. I don't know. Whenever in the movie someone is eating, I feel hungry. I'll be very honest with you. Does this happen with you? Sorry, but yeah, this actually happens.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Sorry, but yeah, this happens.
Always.
The psychological arousal. Maybe with regard to timings, it happens with your students. As soon as it's 11, you start feeling hungry, or as in the evening time, you start feeling hungry. It happens. Yeah. Okay, then
Yes.
comes emotional arousal. Sometimes daydreaming results in arousals. Okay, acoustic thinking, a stimulation for the latent needs. People who are bored or who are frustrated in trying to achieve their goals are often engaged in daydreaming, in which they imagine themselves in all sorts of desirable situations. Okay, example, anger or a joy or the first flight. Example, a woman may spend her free time in the internet single chat room. Okay, so when we say emotional arousal, okay, when I say this emotional arousal, many times the human being goes for the daydreaming. Now, say for example, you booked a product online. Okay, the customer goes into arousal, an emotional arousal. Emotional arousal. When I say for example, the delivery date is given of the product maybe today at 12 p.m. Okay, now you start dreaming from 10 o'clock itself. Okay, now say for example, you are ordered for a premium product, wherein you are very much attached to this particular premium product. Okay, now you are emotionally attached. You start dreaming. When I get this product, I might go for a particular place to show it to my friends or whatever it is. Say for example, you are ordered for a dress, okay, online on Amazon or Flipkart. The emotional arousal starts for the customer before the product is delivered to the customer. That's what we call it as emotional arousal. You get into many imaginations, things, whatever it is. You start daydreaming. This product might look in a very different way, blah blah blah, whatever it is. Now, plugging to this, don't write this example in the paper. What I'm going to speak now. Okay, Adhyay, when we conducted this event in the evening, you might have dreamt about many things. DJ lagega, ye hoga, wo hoga, many things you might have thought. So that's what we call it as emotional arousal. Okay, is that clear, students? Emotional arousal. Okay, it's a joy or an anger what comes. Okay, so that's what we call it as emotion. Then cognitive arousal, mental stimulation. Some random thoughts can lead to cognitive awareness of needs. An advertisement that provides reminders of home might trigger instant yearning to speak with one's parents. Okay. Now, cognitive arousal. When we say this, as soon as the customer looks at the advertisement, okay, he or she always feels like I should buy one. I should always buy. This advertisement plays a very important role, students. When you come to fourth sem, we'll be studying it in detail. But now please understand cognitive arousal. Advertiser portrays the product such a nice way in the minds of the customer that creates an arousal, the cognitive arousals in the minds of the customer. Now I want to plug in some examples and tell you how this actually works. Okay, take this example, sneaker advertisement. Okay, be very honest when you're answering this. This sneaker advertisement is portrayed so well in the advertisement. If you eat this sneaker, you'll not feel hungry. Okay, this is very well said in the advertisement. Have you ever tried when you're hungry and you tried Snickers advertisement? Snickers chocolate? Anyone? Hello?
Yes, sir. Tried, sir.
Tried. And did you get rid of your hunger?
No,
No,
sir.
sir, not at all.
Yeah. Why you tried this? Because you'll get rid of your hunger, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we call it as cognitive arousal, students. Please understand. Making sense? Cognitive arousal. Means the advertiser told it in such a nice way. If you feel hungry, okay, buy this product and you will get rid of your hunger. Maybe this happened with me in my childhood days. If I drink boost, then I always assume that I'll play like Sachin Tendulkar, which is totally wrong. It totally depends on an individual how you do it. Okay, but this is something, and cognitive arousal happens in the minds of the customer or as the person. Okay, then comes environmental arousal. The set of needs an individual experience at a particular time are often activated by specific cues. Cue, when I say, students, in marketing we call it as sign. A cue, a sign is given, we call it as cue. A set of needs an individual experience a particular time are often activated by specific cues in the environment. Without these cues, the needs might remain dormant, means resting. Example, environmental arousal. 8 o'clock news, that sight of fragrance of a bakery food, fast food commercials on the television, all this may arouse the need for the food. Environmental arousals. Okay, whatever we see in the environment, okay, that creates an arousal in the minds of the customer. Okay, now say for example, soon now you'll start feeling this arousal, and you can relate my point on that particular day. As soon as this Deepavali function starts, the festival starts, okay, now everyone will have an arousal of the environment. Everyone is putting lightings in the front of the home. So even I'll buy one and I'll put it. So that's what we call it as environmental arousal. Okay, everyone is buying new dress. Even I'll buy one. During time of Christmas, everyone is buying cake. So even I want to buy one because of the environmental arousal. During New Year, everyone is bursting crackers. So even I'll buy and burst crackers because of the environmental arousals. Here. Is that fine, students? You got the concept? Any questions in this? Please let me know. Very important questions for 3 marks, students. A separate question will be asked for 3 marks. Okay. In this, please put a star mark for cognitive arousal. A separate question might arise in the paper for 3 marks. What is cognitive arousal? Okay, so that's a very key point you got to remember in the exam. Okay, arousals and motives, arousals of motives. Okay. Okay, someone in the last class told that he or she, I don't remember, will be doing a presentation on this. Okay, so Maslow's hierarchy theory, someone said you will be doing a presentation. Hello, can you hear me? Shami, yeah, Vinith, in the next class in the CB class, you can do the presentation on this. I'll not speak more on this. You can start the presentation in the next class. Okay. Keep your slides ready. Okay. You can do that. Okay, others, any questions? I'll stop here, students, because today just revise it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever we discussed. Okay, please revise it. And in the next class, Vinith will be starting with the m- Maslow's need for hierarchy theory, need hierarchy theory. Maybe in the HR subject you have studied this, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy theory, but let's understand in the marketing point of view how it actually works. Okay, you can do that. And after Maslow's, is there anyone who said will be doing a presentation? McGrew classification of motives. Anyone? No, is it? Okay, fine. Okay. Today's class, any doubt, students, any ambiguity, please let me know. Else we'll wind up this session. With regard to arousals or else with regard to motivational process, any questions? Okay. Yeah. No questions?